I'm going to be showing you some variations you can use in place of weighted vests. Going to help you to get strong and, hey, have some fun. All right, first up, we're going to take a look at weighted chin-ups. Now, these are cool. I like to do these as well. Can definitely help you with strength as well as putting on some size if that's what you're after. But the issue that I find with this is that after a couple repetitions, form does start to break down. You start to lose that awareness and you start to sacrifice someplace in your body. Typically, it's going to be an imbalance in your body in order just to try and get another repetition. What I like to do in place of that is, first off, you can use the Commando chin up. Now, the cool thing about this is that you can actually make adjustments. In other words, choose to place more load onto one arm than the other arm when you're doing this. This is sort of kind of working towards getting you stronger for one-arm chin-ups. I'm not saying that this is the best way to do that, but this is an option in allowing you to be able to make these micro adjustments throughout the movement when you're using it. Now, something else that I absolutely love to use are single arm rows. Different ways you can do this. An easier version is simply think of just a regular reverse row and just keeping your feet on the ground and pulling your hips as high as possible as you pull your chest towards the rings. The other option is to let your butt fall underneath you as you're pulling yourself up. This actually is very similar to a single arm chin up. Again, not saying that this is the way to train that. This is just a single variation that you can use that's going to help you to get strong. Something that you can use, that time under attention, bringing awareness to it so you're sophisticating the movement to get stronger, ultimately leading up to you working on the L Archer chin-ups, one of my favorite movements. All right, next up we've got push-ups using a weight vest. Are they gonna get you stronger? Yep. Are they boring? Double yep. While they are good, there's some other options I prefer, especially the Spiderman. Spiderman's fabulous. It's gonna place more focus onto one arm as you traverse forward. But the other cool thing about this is you're also looking at twisting, rotational strength in motion. So you have that pressing strength portion of it along with the control, and it's going to basically just strengthen your entire body while you're doing this. Next up would be the planche push-ups. Here showing them in a tucked position on the floor. I extend my legs. If you're at that level, cool. Lots of little different variations you can do with that. Now, really want to look at doing these, really get you strong. It's like a push-up on steroids, then elevate them to try and lower yourself as much as possible. Perform a few reps. Remember, keep good form when you're doing this. Now, next up we have the inverted press done with a weight vest. Now, while these aren't bad at all, what I hate seeing is when people try to do handstand push-ups with a weight vest on. Here I'm showing you that form is breaking down because of the weight vest. Tends to banana yourself in the handstand. It can also be dangerous. You can crash out of them. Let's kind of stay away from doing those unless you have fabulous, fabulous handstand push-ups. What you can do instead is get rid of that weight vest, start working on just inverted presses on the floor, but using some variations where you're front loading. And so here showing where my feet are coming off the floor slightly. I pause at the bottom and then I return to the top. Start to sophisticate this. You can start working towards elevating these again and going very, very deep into your handstand push-up once you're at a level that you have the control and the strength to do that. All right, finally, take a look at the legs. Now, let's say that you don't have a squat rack, you don't have weights, barbell, so you can't really get under load, but you do have something like a weight vest, so you can do tons and tons of squats, right? Sure, you could do that. Well, it is gonna get you strong. I do feel that a better way would be to look at single leg strength. And there's a couple ways that I like to train this. The first way is the Colt. This is a variation I'm showing you right now where it's more of a cross step behind with the twist. I'm loading that side of my body. And the beauty of this is it's also a twisting motion. We don't see enough strength training in this twisting rotational movement when it comes to the legs. Please start incorporating that into your training. This is a way you can do it. Other thing that I absolutely love, shrimp squats and the pistol. And so I always like to tell people to start off with the shrimp squat, just a little bit easier for balance. Yes, it might be a little more difficult when you start going really low with it. But the thing is once you have that shrimp squat and once you're working on the pistol, then you can actually put them together. You can elevate it, which is my kind of go-to movement that I love doing, where I will do a pistol, then I'll pull my leg back behind me, load that leg in the front, pausing slightly in the bottom. I'll stand up for the shrimp, but I won't go to full leg lockout. I'll keep my leg just slightly bent. That allows my body to be fully loaded in that position before I go right back into the pistol. Okay, so after looking at some of these variations, you might be thinking, okay, those are great, Ryan, but why can't I just do those with weight vest as well? Great question. You know, you could, but again, it comes back to the fact that your form is probably gonna break down and it's actually gonna change the nature of that movement, kind of take away the reason why we're actually training that particular skill. Not saying that weight vest training is bad, it does have its place. But for certain skills, I feel that you'd be better off in getting rid of that weight vest and instead working on some progressions, variations in order to sophisticate that movement while focusing on time under attention. This is exactly what we do in our program, Integral Strength. Some of the movements that you saw in this video, you can find in that program. So be sure to check that out if you're looking to get really strong without using weight. All right, as always, thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment, be sure to subscribe, and hey, get to work and get strong.